Okay, when I showed up yesterday, there was a hole here with studs hanging off in the air. Before I left, there was this window installed. Welcome everyone, and welcome back, new subscribers. We are back at it on the new 40-acre homestead. Replacing this window turned into fixing the frame. As you recall, it looked pretty bad, so then we got it looking like this, and now it's time to continue getting this thing done. Hey everybody, we're back again, and this thing died, the camera, yesterday. Ran out of battery, so got a little bit further without you being here. I cut off all the old 2x4 on the bottom and stuck in a new board. There was something I wanted to show you. And when you see me doing this, where I cut a stud and then put a new piece up under there and just think it's good, right? I'm putting a little bit more care and concern into it than it may appear. And the example I'm going to use is this is what was here. And it was done that way. It was braced up such as this. Now the trick to that is they did not cut the wood square. This thing is cut at a terrible angle. And all you need is one of these things to really tell that this thing is just not square. So if this is square, you can see it's not square. There's the edge on the left, and it's just way out of whack. That's never going to work good. If you do that and you don't cut it flat, and then you put another flat piece against it, what you have is it's just barely pivoting right here. When I was first wiggling this, it would wiggle like this because of this gap. When I do mine, they are not like that. They are flat on flat like this, and they don't wiggle nowhere near as much when they're like that. You can see the angle it wants to be at. So I am not doing that. And the best way I know how to do that is the way I showed it on one of the videos, was to use a square and then run the skill saw. A skill saw makes a really nice straight line, especially because it has a guard you can follow this with. And just cut, don't matter where you cut it, just cut it flat and square like this. All right, and then when you put another one on there, it's going to have a heck of a lot more strength than this is. This was terrible. So I'm going to have to square those up. And like you can see, this one was cut very flat. I can't show you the other side already, but I think it was on the other video. It's very flat cut, and it's very stiff and strong because of that. And here's one of mine. It is certainly a lot nicer joint, and it has almost no pivot to it. So that one's not bad at all. Same thing over here. How come theirs was so bad? Look how flat that is to everything. And again, this is screwed in several times. This is screwed into it on the side and the back. But this nice flat cut is important. If you're going to do this, cutting a stud and just blocking it, make sure you have everything square. Because if it's not going to sit right, and that's going to take away from the strength. You're already taking away from the strength. You want to make sure you at least cut everything square. And again, I'm not no professional cutter, but I got my stuff pretty square to where everything sits nice. So I have more strength in this than I would have otherwise, like that bad cut it did over there. And all right, again, because the battery died and you didn't get to see some of this last demolition, like I said, there was 2 layers of rotten wood here, right? You saw that. Bloop. So got all that off. I could see down onto the joist. It was awesome looking. There was a gap. So I got this on, but it was bowed out a little bit from where I screwed it in. So I'm compressing it with this guy. And as you can see, it's in. It was flush out here with this, and it's a little proud. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. It looks like it's closer. It looks like it's farther. I don't know which one's bowed, this or what, but there's room for me to come in here, so I'm gonna squeeze it in as much as I can and then just screw it in. I know y'all want close eye action on the close peek on the action, right? So what you're watching for is for this gap to change right here. Make sure y'all are seeing that. I'm trying to bring that in some. It's not gonna go all the way flush, but we're gonna see if we can bring it in. Oh yeah, moving a mile. It's more flush over here than it is over here, but it was hitting something. And the old stuff's sticking out too, but you know, whatever. What it also does for me is it closes up some of this gap. When I put this new piece in, there was a much larger gap. I could actually see daylight through it right through here, but now I can't. Like, I can see it worse than this. I just moved that board over and closed that gap right there. And see, there's still a chunky gap right here, but not bad. So yeah, that seals that up, and then whatnot. Throw some screws in it so it won't move. Gotta bury them deep because I don't know where I'm gonna be putting stuff down. I don't like standing up like that. So I'm almost done with all these old. Let's see what we can screw into next. All right, I know there's a joist. There's a joist here, so I'm gonna go into that way, tie it in that way. All right, good enough, huh? It's gotta be good enough. Oh wait, there's another joist right here, right? This is a joist where I put a screw. I shot these two sideways into it. I'll come this way on it. Yeah. Reinforcement. Just trying to hit that joist. All right, perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18. There's like 19, currently 19 screws holding that in to the joists and rim joist. So 19 screws holding 1 2x4 in. That'll be my master window frame, which honestly I didn't even know was rotten. We didn't even know it was rotten until I started taking the window apart because it was still stable. So if it was stable rotten, like I can feel the trailer moving just because you know it's up high. But yeah, that's totes good, man. Totes good. Let's not fall off the ladder today. And you know, while it's not optimal that I had to do what I had to do, oh well. Oh well. Hey, look, still there. Means this whole thing's under a lot of tension. Spring strength, yeah. Totally good. All right, time to start rebuilding this window frame. I'm gonna get out the generator and square cut these off and continue to reuse them, but square cut them off and block them up, get it rebuilt, and just call that good enough. All right, so to move forward, I gotta have square cuts so I can measure anything from it. So it's time to do the thing. Gotta be square. In my imperfect man science here, I've already checked to see that I don't see any metal about where I'm gonna cut. Just, you don't like to cut through metal, and I'm just gonna awkwardly do this. It's not gonna be awesome because it's hard to do, and you know what? There's a lot of glare on y'all. Uh-oh. Oh, whoa, sit back. Look who came back. Oh, Aspen. And Aspen's a girl, not a boy, by the way. How is he doing? You back again, huh? Zoom. She got the zoomies. Well, she did. Huh. Yeah, that's my woods. You're welcome. Don't do what I do. Oh, what we go through for our square cuts. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, fix them. Fix them. Oh my gosh, Aspen! Bye, Aspen. What are you doing, Zim Zim? What you doing, Zim Zim?
Got the zoomies. She got the kid. She's so pretty.
You have a goofy look on your face. Ah. Watch out, she goes off the porch. Hang on to it. I jump off the porch. I don't step, I leave. Got this board here. There's this weird gap in it. Pretty sure you can see that. And there was some screws going through it here that I backed out, but I guess it's just warped, and I think it's this long one. And so I'm gonna pinch them together and throw some screws in and see if I can't get it to stay together. This way. It's okay because I have another clamp. That's pretty cool. See if that worked. Looks like it did. Good enough. All right, last look at looking like this. Get a good look at this, because these little chunks and that chunk right there are about to fill these holes, and it's gonna be great. I'll find y'all a place to watch. since that one's going to cover that one, I'll show you before I do anything else. I don't want to brag on my cuts, but they're pretty good. This one's bowed. I'm going to adjust this board down. See, it's bowing it out. No problem. This one, good and flat, right? Decently enough. This one's just shattered in the back from something. All right. And then this one, looking pretty good. Squared up to the frame. That's level. And that's what you want to see right there. Not that old mess they had before. When I put the scab boards, then these will be tied together, then they'll be a lot stronger this way. Now we're looking good. Now we're getting somewhere. Let's figure out the rest of it. All right, we're getting closer. We got our boards cut out of some scrap. Because when I pulled that twist out of these and got them nice and flat, it twisted the boards. So they're not square anymore to the thing. Arrgh. Oh well, I'll have to fill that, or I'm gonna do something under there. It's all good. Oh well. Let's get this thing put in here. Ain't got much battery life, so I'll get what we can get. Alright everybody, we are back for another day. And you didn't get to see all this because the GoPro keeps dying. And just isn't got enough recording life for us. So, when I showed up yesterday, there was a hole here with studs hanging off in the air. Before I left, there was this window installed. Now, one thing I hadn't done is in these blocks. We just assembled these, and I'm trying to get it blocked and ready to screw through here.
But that's going to have to wait for the next video. All right, thanks for watching. We hope you will subscribe, and we'll see you again real soon.